just asking Coach about this, but I mean, this is the fourth straight game now. You guys, the games come down to the last minute, last drive, either win or lose, and you guys have come on the top though these last two games as opposed to before that. If you can point to just one or two differences that's been putting you guys on top now, what is it?
I think belief. Last week was big for this team and this unit. We believed and we got it done. And then going into a game like this, another close game, the belief is there. And there was no panic on the sideline. You know, last week offense had the walk-off touchdown, and then this week we need our defense to make a play, and they made a play for us. And it was truly just an incredible night. I don't know how much more my heart can handle these CFL games that go down to the wire. But you don't want it any other way. You want it with the ball in your hand, with the game on the line, and that's what you live for. And so I'm really proud of this unit, proud of stacking wins. That was our goal going into this week, and our challenge was, let's do something we haven't done this year, and that's stack 2 wins on top of each other.
When you mentioned that belief, where do you think that's come from? Because obviously a challenging start to the season, and this is a team that hasn't had a lot of success in recent years.
Good question. I'm not quite sure. I'm a new guy here, and it's my first year here, so trying to do whatever I can to help guys believe. And we got the right guys in the locker room. We got a lot of guys that care a lot about each other, and that's the biggest thing. And early on in the season, like there were some close games that we still didn't find a way to win, but everything was a learning curve. Everything was a learning curve with us, and a new roster, a lot of turnover, new systems. But at this point in the season, that's no longer an excuse. So now we have to find a way to win games like this, these close games, and so it is an excuse, and we're able to win these games.
And Cody, one of your big game breakers was Steven Dunbar. You know, you throw the ball to Steven Dunbar, he goes and gets. What did you have Steven Dunbar in that offense as a big receiver for you guys all game long, Cody?
He's one of the best receivers at coming back to the ball that I've ever been around. You know, he runs his route, and he really comes back to the quarterback. So a lot of times he's covered, and then he gets himself open. So he's tremendously talented in the way that he gets himself open. I thought our receivers, the biggest thing I challenged them this week was blocking on the perimeter. Something that Toronto does really well is stop the perimeter throw game, and I thought they blocked their tails off tonight and was able to spring some guys for 10 yards, 15 yards. But yeah, Dunbar's a guy that every time the ball seems to be thrown his way, he catches it and makes a play for us. So we got a lot of talented receivers here, and we're just getting used to each other. You know, this is only my 4th game with those guys, and so hopefully we continue to trend up. But this team's arrow is on the way up, and I'm pretty proud of where we're at.
Yeah, talking about that, with this just being your 4th start, are you really starting to feel that comfort level now? Like, is this are you now feeling like you're in mid-season form?
I think so, yeah. The biggest thing is the comfortability with receivers, and also how Coach McSimic likes to call plays and call a game. And I think we're getting used to each other, and him understanding what I really like and me understanding what he really likes. He's doing a great job of, when I'm in a little bit of a rut, of finding a way to get me some easy completions, kind of get me back in rhythm. So, yeah, this is all still a learning curve for me and him. And each game like this that comes down to the wire and we find a way to win, we just continue to get better and better. And so we're going to have a tough task flying across the country and going back out east, playing a tough Ottawa team. But this team's starting to believe, and like I said, we're trending in the right direction. We just got to continue to put the work in, and hopefully continue to go 1-0 each week.
And like you said, it's about stacking wins now.
That's exactly right. Well, we put ourselves behind the 8 ball, so we got to stack wins at this time. So we're not in the end of the year hoping that this team beats this team and this team beats this team. So we still have a chance to drive our own destiny and not have to get into that business, because anytime you get in that business, it's never a good thing. So we got to win games for ourselves, and then after 4 or 5 weeks, we'll look up and see where the standings are at. Thanks, guys.